הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. I see you guys. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יא לי לי, יא לי 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 לי. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יא לי לי, יא לי 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 לי. So now we go into lighting our Shabbat candles. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to a minute. Go grab your Shabbat candles so you can light them with us. And I'm going to go to our bat mitzvah girl, Sydney Weissman. I'm going to ask her to unmute herself. Let's see. I was like, she may not unmute herself. Okay, she did. Good job, Sydney.
Yeah.
So Sydney's going to lead us in our Shabbat candle blessing. And Sydney's bat mitzvah was supposed to be June 20th, but obviously with everything going on, we postponed it, Rabbi, myself, and Sydney and her family. So stay tuned because we have a wonderful bat mitzvah that will be coming up soon, sooner than later. Don't worry, Sydney. So, Sydney, do you have Shabbat candles with your family, or do you want me to light them?
Actually, they're eating dinner right now,
No
so I
problem.
couldn't bring
That's
them.
okay.
But
Not a problem. I always have it ready to go. All right. So, will you read for us the prayer up on the over here? All right.
as the Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Okay. And let me light our candles. Oh, you guys can't hear. It's like sizzling. The candles are ready for Shabbat, it seems. Okay. All right, Sydney, you ready? Join me. 2, 3, 4.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sydney. And do you want to sing with me Shabbat Shalom? Because now we have officially began Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat
Shabbat,
Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat,
Shabbat,
Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat,
Shabbat,
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat,
Shabbat,
Shabbat, Shabbat. Take it away, Sydney. Shabbat, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat,
Shabbat.
Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. And if you're new, we also like to use our chat room to talk to each other, to share messages, to wish each other Shabbat Shalom. And as anyone that reads or does prayers for us, I always encourage, give a Yasher Koach to Sydney because, it's a hard thing to do. And as Rabbi always says, we like you to build your PP, your pulpit presence. So thank you so much, Sydney, for leading us beautifully. All right. All right. So we are now at one of my favorite songs. In case you can't tell every Shabbat how I get into the Lecha Dodi. And we are saying Lecha Dodi is keep and remember a single command the only God caused us to hear. The eternal is one, name is one, and glory and praise are God's. And what we do, we do the first verse, and on the last verse, the Bo'i, I'm going to ask you if you're able to, and as Rabbi says, if it's your custom, to please stand up. You're going to face the west, you're going to face your door, in my case, the garage door, and you are going to have that physical way of welcoming Shabbat. So this is our Lecha Dodi. I know a bunch of you love this, so I want to see those hands clapping. Just because we're on Zoom, we still have to have fun, right? All right. לך לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת וליתי לה 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 לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך לך דודי לקראת כלה פני Shabbat nekabela. And if you are able to, and it is your custom, I ask you to please rise. I want you to face the west or find the door that looks like it's facing, and we continue on with Bo'i v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha u'betzola toch emunei ham segula Bo'i chala 1, 2 לך לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת one more time לך la 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 פני שבת נקבלה לך לך דודי לקראת כלה פני Shabbat nekabela. I see Hadassah in here. Didn't I see you? Hadassah, would you like to lead us in the Baruchu? Thumbs up? Yeah? Yay! This is my favorite. I usually plan everyone out, but when I see, it's always good to include our kids, always for Shabbat. So, Hadassah, will you please lead us in the Baruchu? Again, this is our call to worship, so we do stand, but only if you're able to, if it's your custom as well.
You.
All right. Okay. And thank you, Hadassah, for being a team player.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Baruch hu et Adonai, HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai, HaMevorach, HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed.
Thank you so much. Yasher koach, yasher kochech to Hadassah. If you want to thank her, if you hit the reaction button, that's a thumbs up and that's a high five. That's something new to me, so I want to share with all of you. And if you want to say, anything, if you want to chat with, our community, please do in the chat room. So we are going to Hama'ariv Aravim. This is when day turns to night. Every time I look, it's always light outside. But for us, this is when our day turns into night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma potech she'arim, ובתבונה משני עיתים, ומחלף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, במשמורותיהם ברקיע כרצונו, בורא יום ולילה, גולל מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים. So let me see. Okay, she's not here. All right. Let's see what other kids we got here. They don't know I'm calling on them. Okay. Let me see. All right. So we are going into our Shema and our Ve'ahavta. Hadassah, would you like to do that as well for me? Yeah? Good job. Everyone give a thumbs up to Hadassah. This is what community is about. You know, if someone's not able to do
Hey,
something, someone else will step
I'm
in.
here with my mother and my little sister, so might as well like keep it interesting for them. I don't
Good.
know.
Hi, mom and sister. Hello. Join us. All right. So whenever you're ready, Hadassah, please.
Okay. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
And I know you know this one very well. Ready?
My screen went
Oh
pitch.
no. Oh no. Hold on. 1 second. Hello. Okay. It's there we
Thank
go.
you.
Okay. You're good? You're back. Okay.
Yep. Okay. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Thank you. Toda to Hadassah. I really appreciate you jumping in and doing that, and you did a wonderful job. And technical difficulties you can
Thank
never help. So, kol hakavod, yasher
you.
koach. Thank you, Hadassah, so much. All right. Okay. So we are not doing our Micha Mocha and our Miriam's song, and I'm sorry, but we have something a little more special coming up. So I'm going to log out of here. And Rabbi, do you want to tell them a little something
Well,
about this?
yeah, this is, so people who are a little more, who are a little older will remember this song. And this is from the early 60s. And Bob Dylan put this together, this wonderful song called "Blown in the Wind," and it's what's wonderful about it is that it tells us that the answers are blowing in the wind unless we do something about it. And the song was by Tom Petty and Bob Dylan. And a group called the Heartbreakers, and so it tells us that it's blowing in the wind. What will happen, and like I mentioned before with Colin Kaepernick, the observations that he had, he kept persevering, and he probably destroyed his career. But he felt that the message was more important than his career. And now he's his words were prophetic, and so we have a recording of Blowing in the Wind. And again, these are words that are in a song that I grew up with, and many of you who are Alta Cockers also grew up with, so we're very familiar with it.
Sorry. All right. And I invite you to sing at home. And Rabbi, ready? 2, 3, go. Now must a man walk down before they call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Oh.
Pearson Academy is more than an online private school. Our teachers are passionate. They specialize in virtual learning and
We were singing Blowing in the Wind, Pearson Academy. Can we come back to that? Thank you. Sorry. How many years must a mountain exist to the sea? How many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, sing with us, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Rabbi, take it away.
How many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? How many deaths will it take to know that too many people have died?
Everyone, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. I know he's going to hate me for doing this, but can everyone say Yasher Koach for Rabbi? I've wanted him to sing because he brought up to do this song for us tonight. So thank you so, so much, Rabbi. You just made my Shabbat and my week. Toda.
You call that singing, huh?
I call that was singing. He has a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Trust me. I'm trying to get him to. He doesn't know, but for high holidays, I'm hoping we're going to have a little Cantor Rabbi duet.
I'm going to do 2 of the 3 versions of Kol Nidra. I just wanted to let Orly and let Orly know. But again, the song has, can be just a song, or it can have profound meaning. That version was from Peter, Paul, and Mary. And one of the times I saw Peter, Paul, Mary, I was walking on the Capitol Mall. not not where they have Nordstrom's, but the Capitol Mall, and we were there to protest the uh, the limitations of Soviet Jewry, and I thought they were playing a recording of Peter, Paul, and Mary singing. And then as I walked closer, um, they were there and singing it. And as I think about it now, I'm very touched um, by it. And I went there to represent Temple Beth David for Soviet Jewry, and it was really very, very profound. And it was to be surrounded by so many people who felt the way I felt um, about Soviet Jewry was very inspiring. And so I hope that with these protests, you're inspired by people taking to the street in spite of the COVID dangers. They're putting themselves on the line because that racism can tear our society apart. Um, and again, if we don't stop it, we have to leave it to somebody else. And I'm thrilled that so many people, this is the 11th night of demonstrations. And I would have thought that demonstrations would go on for 3 or 4 nights, but I'm very impressed. And the longer it goes on, I think the more impactful is this act of protesting. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing that. I always kind of remind people a lot of stories we don't get to hear, and then it's too late when we don't get to hear these stories. So any story you ever have, Rabbi, please always share it with us, because I I
Oh,
personally
I
I
love that.
personally love hearing every story. Even if I hear it again, I'll forget most likely. So it's like new to me.
They're forgettable. Those are forgettable stories. You're right.
So, all right. Okay, I'm like getting back to, okay. So let me switch over to Tefillah, and we are doing, all right. So this is, normally we say this is our Amidah. This is when we, if it's part of your custom, you will stand. If you're able to, you will stand. And this is normally right before we read Torah, but this is saying, Adonai, please to open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, I'm about to proclaim these words that you have said and are in our Torah, and I ask that you're here and listen. So I'm going to stand up. If you're able to, I'm going to ask you to please rise. If it is your custom, I'm going to ask you to please rise as well. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi ki tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'anora, El Elyon, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, Rav lehoshia, more read a tal because we're pretty much in summer. Mechalkel chaim vechesed, mechaye hakol verachamim rabim, somech noflim verofech olim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishene afar, michamocha ba'gevurot, ומדומה לך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. And we can sit. So we are going into we're going to admit some new friends. Beautiful. Look at this. So I'm going to send this over to one of our teachers who's a phenomenal teacher and my son's teacher. So maybe I'm biased too, but she is phenomenal. Miss Doris is going to read something from our Mishkan Tefillah. So Miss Doris, I'm going to find you. We have a lot of people. I have to search a lot right now. Okay, there you are. All right, Miss Doris. And she's going to read, this is our meditative prayers. We have Shalom Rav. This one is more about peace and granting peace and having abundant peace and peace, peace, peace. And I think more than ever, we need this prayer. So Ms. Doris, will you please lead us in Shalom Rav? While I'm
In
setting
Shalom Rav. Okay, what page is that? Because I have my Siddur with me. It's what?
178.
Thank you. Let me get it. Thank you. Okay. Grant us abundant peace to Israel, your people forever. For you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people, Israel, in every season and moment with your peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country that as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamaverach et amo yara hashalom.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Doris. So
I think Ms. Doris also. Ms. Doris did story hour at 5 o'clock today. So we've
thank
been.
you for doing that too.
Yes, how wonderful.
She's
And
wonderful.
the kids love you. The kids love you.
And we love you too. But it's important the kids, but we do too. So thank you so much, Miss Doris. We really, really appreciate that. To be honest, because I'm honest with you guys, my voice was really tired this morning when I was putting everything together and, talking to Rabbi. And so I prepared this just in case. But now the way the feeling and the mood, I would like to share this. This is Shalom Rav. I sang this with Bashir Shalom for 2 years when I did High Holidays, when I wasn't with you guys last High Holiday, sadly. But this is a little preview for High Holidays as well. So remember this song because you're going to be hearing it again. Also, if you want to join our choir, please email me, cantor@templebd.com. So this is Shalom Rav. This is Rosh Hashanah morning service, and I hope you enjoy it. And you guys can see the screen. You can see the video. Thumbs up, it's okay? Yeah? Thumbs up. Thank you. Okay. Shalom Rav Israel, Amchor Tasim Be'olosh. Shalom Rav Israel, Amchor Tasim It's very weird watching
Beautiful.
yourself while
Beautiful.
watching other people watch with you. So, but I wanted to share that because, now, like I said, more than ever, this prayer, this abundant peace this prayer couldn't be more prevalent in our service, in our lives right now. So.
Right. And, and part of the peace is, feeling a sense of wholeness, and that even though you can't cure all the ills in society, I hope you find consolation in knowing that there are some things that you can do and that might not show immediate results, but it's all part of the process. And this, like, when we go to Union Station, it's part of reaching out, it's part of healing the world. And it's not the ultimate act, but it's a wonderful act. And so we thank those who help me to financially support it, and those who also go and cook. And that's what's really important about all of us, is that we do our part in making being God's partners here on earth. And as all of you know from the Midrash, when God created the world, the angel said on the sixth day, "Don't create men and women." And God was sort of taken aback, and God said, "You don't want me to create men and women?" And they said, "No, we don't. Please." And God said, "Well, what's your objection?" He says, "If you allow men and women to come on the earth, there's going to be cheating, and there's going to be hate, and there's going to be crime, and there's going to be pollution." God said, "Yeah, you're right. But if I don't create men and women, there also won't be love, and there won't be kindness, and there won't be someone to guard the air and the water and the ocean and the seas, and there won't be love." And I we need those things. I will hopefully inspire our future men and women to make the world a better place. And that's why we're here, and that's why we have many challenges. And Lord knows, last week we thought we had lots of challenges. This week we have even more challenges, and we applaud those who are peacefully protesting, those who are making their voices heard. And we get to see the strength in numbers, and it is impressive. And I don't remember 11 continuous days and nights of people going to the streets and making themselves heard. So kol hakavod to those people who are making their voices heard.
Amen. So real fast, before we get into Mishe Berach, there's a face here that I'm meeting for the first time virtually, but you all know, and I just, TBD is a Jewishly warm and relevant place, and I know when I come on as a past cantor, cantorial soloist, whatever it may be, I always like to just say hi. So I want to say hi. Hi, where did he go? I want to say hi to Cantor Richard Schwartz, who was your guys' cantor. I want to thank him for joining. It's really wonderful to have him. So thank you so much, Richard, who might have just bowed out just now. Okay, well, we'll thank him again. But I just, we are Jewishly warm and relevant, and, it's always nice to welcome everyone at TBD because we do welcome everyone. So I don't know. We'll try again later. So we are now in our Misha Berach. This is our healing prayer. And, something that Rabbi says, and it's stuck with me for this past year now, Misha Berach isn't just those that are sick, but those caretakers, those that are caring for the sick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unmute everyone. And Rabbi and I, we would like you to share, if you would like, the names of those that are in need of healing. Okay, hopefully I did it right. So try to unmute yourself. Yay! Technology when it works. So if you have a name you'd like to share of someone that's in need of healing, or, if you're a caregiver or caretaker and you need healing yourself, please share it with us. And then we will join together for Misha Berach. So
Steve Summer.
Michael Hawley. Missy Nuret Sweezy.
Robert Riera. David Shapiro, Bianca Shapiro.
Canon Shirley Anholt, Theo Chapman, Jerry Chapman.
The police officer in Vegas who was shot. George Floyd's family.
Max Miller and Brad Miller.
my friend Cynthia Woodmansee, Martin Gugino, the activist, the peaceful activist.
And the guy from
Hello?
Buffalo,
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Buffalo
Yeah.
who fell.
Yeah. His name is Martin Gugino. I might be saying the last name wrong, but yeah, we are saying prayers of healing for everyone going through these tough times as well, because these times are really trying. So I'm saying a healing prayer for every one of you here as well. I'm saying it for myself as well. Is there any other names anyone wants to share with us? Please do. Yes. There's a
Polly
hand.
Ginsburg.
Thank you.
Greg Garfield, there was patient number 0 at in COVID. David Shapiro, Bianca Shapiro, Gary Garber, and Kevin Simons.
Gary Garber.
Always Renee Klein.
And not to be political, but Mission Bayrock for the United States right now.
Not political at all. No.
And the world.
And the world.
Brianna Taylor.
All right. If there's no more names, I would like to ask you all to join me for Misha Berach. I want you to, because of the delay, I'm going to mute everyone, but I want you to sing it loud because God is listening to, give these refuah shlemas, to heal those that are in need of this healing. So please join me at home. I'm going to unmute everyone. Don't be mad at me, please. Okay. And Rabbi, I'm going to unmute. Okay, so please join me at home. Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Sheberach Imotenu Mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us all say, Amen. And may they all have refuah shlema, may they all have any healing. And one more time, can you please all join me and say Amen?
Amen.
Thank you. And Rabbi.
I am so sorry. Just as you were saying hello and welcome, my computer died.
I know.
So embarrassing.
I said,
I'm back. I'm alive.
Well, we want to say thank you. And I want to say shalom and not welcome to TBD because
Yes.
you've been here, but thank you for joining us tonight. There's a bunch of people in the chat room, and I said, yes, of course, I'm going to welcome him. So welcome again to Temple Beth David.
Thank you.
And
you're wonderful.
Oh,
and
thank
it's
you.
nice to see TBD in the background there and to see everybody's faces here. And, as I scroll through and say hi to everyone. It's good to see you all.
Good. Now, Richard, because we don't have to pay by the minute. Richard wrote a song just recently, and some of us know some of the things he's written. Do you want to do it this week or next week? Would you like to share the song? It's about it's called 6 Feet.
6 feet apart.
Yeah, or you want your part of it? Yeah, it's a lot of. You need a lot of shoes if you have 6 feet.
Did you have? Yeah, I would love to sing it. I just recorded it in the studio yesterday, and I co-wrote it with a writing partner, Andrew Rothstein, and if that's okay, it is kind of a heavy song. I think when COVID first came about, of course, the word COVID is like COVID Shabbos Bim, COVID Shabbos Bam, in honor of something. But when it was first happening, I as I know many of you, many of us, felt really worried and like, when is this going to end? What's going to happen? And the form that the lyrics took are from the perspective of someone who's with a loved one that might be dying and that they can't even touch them and be with them. That was an aspect. So anyway, we wrote this song, and we just did the Mishaberach, and just hopeful that all those who are challenged in these ways will find healing and comfort. And so that's kind of the purpose of the song. But it is a challenging song, and I appreciate the opportunity to share it with you all.
Is this the world premiere?
The live world premiere, yeah. I mean, the recording I've shared with a couple of people, but yeah. I don't know. Did you have a chance to listen to it yet, Rabbi?
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it. It didn't make me want to stand up and shout, but it was beautiful and very, very thoughtful as well, and very, very tender lyrics. So I enjoyed it.
I have never felt a pain like this before, and it scares me to the core. I'm afraid that it might take you away, and all that I can do is pray. Just a week ago I held you close to me. We danced together happily. Now the world we shared may come to an end, and I could lose my dearest friend. You're lying there 6 feet apart. I'm crying here 'cause I can't hold you near my heart. We're all fighting fear 6 feet apart. And I don't know when or how this ends. There'll be a cure, of that I'm sure. We'll dance again, but until then, you're lying there 6 feet apart. I'm crying here 'cause I can't hold you near my heart. We're all fighting fear 6 feet apart. And we don't know when or how this ends. 6 feet apart. 6 feet apart.
Thank you, Cantor. That was very, very touching and very moving, and
Thank you.
wonderful to be able to see your punim. So that's even better. That's
Yours too, Rabbi.
all.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so we have some announcements. We have announcements of congregational meeting is a week from Sunday. It's on the 14th of June at 10 a.m. And we'll be honoring our teachers, and the sisterhood will be giving them awards and gifts for another wonderful year of love and dedication. Teachers, as Cantor Schwartz will remember, I've always said how important they are, because next to the rabbi and the cantor, the most Jewish person, when we ask a child, who's the most Jewish person you know? And 9 out of 10 times it's our religious school teacher. And so they set a wonderful role model, and we have a superior staff this year. And, I'm very grateful to them. The sister is grateful to them. Our parents are grateful to them. And we don't say Todah Rabbah often enough. And so this will give us a chance, and we thank Sisterhood for jumping in on it. And we thank Gal for arranging all of it as well, so that it happens. So that's our next major event. And if you would like to be on the board, please, let us know, let me know, let the cantor know, let Jerry Schwartz know, let Mickey know, because there are some spaces that we need to fill. And if you want to do something in particular and have portfolio, so to speak, we'd love to have you join our board and share some of your knowledge and expertise. So those are do you have any more announcements, Cantor or Gal or? Cantor, you're on mute. There you go. It's okay.
I do. See, I mute myself too. Yeah, I do actually. So June 20th, I'm putting. So June 16th is my birthday, and to have a quarantine birthday, it kind of has been bumming me out. I'm honest with you guys. I'm honest, but it's not you know, there's so much going on in our world, and it's so second nature, you know, and I'm not doing anything. But I said, what can I do to uplift myself? And I've always wanted to put together a Zoom concert. So guess what? I'm doing a Zoom concert. I have I have two pianists. I have a couple of my cantor friends, one who's a rabbi who's a classically trained pianist. So I hope you'll join. It's kind of also a preview to what I want to begin getting ready. We want to do a huge fundraiser for TBD. So I hope you can join. I'll post it and everything. It's more of I'm putting it together, but of course, I want to invite each and every single one of you and all of our TBD community. It's gonna be uplifting. It's all songs of uplifting. That's kind of what I wrote, everyone. Any song you want, 2 songs that are uplifting. So hopefully you'll join and it'll uplift you, move you, and kind of give us a moment again to forget all this meshugas, this craziness going around us right now. And it feels like it's getting crazier every day. So that is my announcement. So June 20th. So stay tuned for that. Beside
That'll also be Zoom and access through the website, do you think?
And yeah, if you guys are okay, I'll put it on the temple website. Absolutely. That would be wonderful. It'll be well, I'll figure out. I'll talk, you know, we'll talk. But yeah, it'll be on Temple's website as well. And I really hope you can all join because I'm really excited. I'm telling you, one of my teachers in Arkansas, who was one of my teachers in Academy of Jewish Religion, he's joining. He just sent me an okay. And so I'm already uplifted before we've begun. So I really, truly hope all of you can join as well. So yes. Rabbi, did you have a drosh or something, or do you want to say anything else before we go into Aleinu? I wasn't sure, but you know me, I always.
Well,
Also, there's a sisterhood meeting Monday night at 7:30. Sisterhood
didn't know
board
that.
meeting.
There we go.
Me either. Me either.
That's wonderful. We're happy to hear there's more meetings because we've all been more quiet with meetings. So that's wonderful to hear. Thank you, Jackie, for sharing that. I'm going to ask the community, are there any other announcements? All right. So I'm going to mute everyone. I'm going to unmute Rabbi. He's going to, do you have a drosh or are we going to the next thing? I'm going to unmute you, of course, Rabbi. Unmute. Hold on. All right. So Rabbi,
there's a prophetic calling to speak out when we see injustice, and our lives have meaning when we do meaningful things, and our lives begin to become irrelevant when we become silent about things that really matter. And not everybody can do a 12-mile walk, 100-yard walk, but we can be heard. And whether it's through writing, whether it's through donating to causes, whether it's doing advocacy, whether it's using our phone to reach out to others, to inspire others, to improve society. And you know, as I mentioned earlier on Shabbat service, that if we don't make the world a better place, then we're not really God's partners, and God doesn't do this here unless we're going to be God's partners to do what must be done. Yeah, so we must come to see that the end we seek for our society is that there will be peace, a society that can live with its own conscience. And what we see on TV is sensationalized, and so there are always a few bad actors, and the television plays them over and over and over again. So I think about that poor 75-year-old man who Cantor mentioned, how he was knocked down and was part of of force and brutality, and shouldn't have been done. And of course, George Floyd, this died a horrific death. And those are things that happen that must be stopped, and we must create an awareness that those things really do happen. But 99 and 44 100% of our soldiers, of our policemen, those who are entrusted with our rights, we can have faith and trust in them. And most of them are trying to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. And I don't want people to be disheartened that the police are all bad, because they're not. And I don't want people to stop realizing that, they have a voice, and their voices must be heard. And if we don't speak out, then we're failing our people. We're failing our tradition. Martin Luther King once said, in the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. And people of goodwill have to do good deeds. And we can bemoan the evil in society, but we must be the ones who perpetuate the mitzvot and the goodness of society. So it's a real simple message. On our website are, the list of the things that we can do to make the world a better place, from sitting at home on our computer and reaching out, and whether it's free rice or whether it's a literacy site, the breast cancer site. We have wonderful opportunities to enrich the world. And one of the fears was in Sefer Haggadah was that in the end of days, God's going to ask us, what did we do? How do we make the world a better place? And hopefully we can tell God how we did it, through our generosity of soul, heart, mind, and if we're fortunate enough, of pocketbook as well. So all of us have the opportunity to help others, and I hope that indeed we will do it. And that is our cause, that is our reason for being in the world, according to me anyway. All right. That's my drosh for tonight. And Cantor, you wanted to talk a little bit about peace?
Yeah, I hope today's service for all of you brought a little of peace, maybe to your mind, especially to your heart, because there's just so much going on. This morning I had this little, not revelation, but in my head, my brain went to, I feel like we're going through the 10 plagues, even though they're very different, right? But then all of a sudden we had an earthquake. There was a fire in an Amazon shopping area in Los Angeles. I don't know if you guys know. And then, just all these things on the news. And, I had friends, on Facebook that, they wrote me and they said, what do you do for Shabbat? What are you going to share? And I said, I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to share how I'm feeling in this moment. And, I've talked to Rabbi too, and we're always 100% us, and we want to always share us with you guys. And so something, that I want to be honest, I can't bring myself, I might tear up. I can't bring myself to watch George Floyd and what happened to him. And I know it's okay, but I've only heard. And, for those of you that know me and that are new, I am a mom to 3 little kids. I keep seeing he cried out for his mom, he cried out for his mom, he cried out for his mom. I have to tell you, everything in this story has resonated with me, but especially that. So continue protesting if you are protesting, but do it safely, do it smartly, do it intelligently. Please be safe if you are doing that, because it's so important to stand up for what is right, to stand up for justice, to stand up for everything. But do it the right way, please, because none of us want to see any more killings going on. None of us want to have to add more people to a mourner's Kaddish or to say more Misha Berachs for anyone. So please always if anything, always have peace in your heart. And I ask you to every day share this with someone, whether it's whoever you're sitting next to tonight for Shabbat, whether it's on the phone. You see, via Zoom, we are sharing our feelings, and I hope you feel my passion and my energy in this moment right now. So that's kind of what I wanted to say about peace and kind of everything going on. With that said, we are at the end of our service. Again, I hope this was meaningful, healing, and powerful in its own way. And so I'm going to ask everyone, you know what, I'm going to do something a little different. I normally ask, if you are unable to, of course, you don't have to stand up for Aleinu, but everyone else, I'm going to switch this up in solidarity for all these lives that have been taken away, for all these killings that have been senseless acts of violence. I'm going to ask every single one of you, if you are able to please stand up for Aleinu, if you are able to, in solidarity, in to show we are one together in the world, in this craziness. We are all human beings. Doesn't matter black, purple, white, yellow, green. I don't care. We are all one humankind, and we have to remember to continue to treat each other as humans do, with kindness and with love. And please join me for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגוהי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Thank you. Thank you. So we often think about a song called, We Shall Overcome. And, I thought it came out of the 60s. No, it actually came about in the turn of the century, not this century, the turn of the last century, in the year 1900. And again, for my generation, Pete Seeger did a rendition of it that was well respected and made the rounds. And it was, we shall overcome the oppression, we shall overcome the obstacles, we shall overcome those who would take our freedoms away. And so we will. When? I don't know. But we do know that with 11 days of people standing up and saying, this can't go on any longer, we can't live like this, other people shouldn't live like this, that there are changes on the horizon. And I've seen them. I think about, LBJ with the Voters' Right Act. I think about Governor George Wallace and how, his ways changed and his power changed. I think about the farm workers. I think about the sit-ins on Van Ness Avenue in San Francisco. I think about the March for Soviet Jewry. I think about the unions. They all started with protests. I think about the shirtwaist fire in New York, and it was all followed by people going to the streets and people making their voices heard. And so when I think about We Shall Overcome, I think about the decades of people who have done that, who have overcome the evil in society by putting themselves on the line and by making sure that we did this. I think about Martin Luther King, when he walked for freedom in D.C. and in Selma, and he walked with a group of rabbis. And we are not to be excluded from the future marches. We are to be integral parts of them. And so I hope we encourage those organizations and those institutions that put forward a progressive agenda for our country. And when things are going wrong, we stand up and say, stop. And may we do it with a sense of caring, with a sense of love, with a sense of building for the future. So now we have the famous "We Shall Overcome." It was written by Albert Kindley in 1900, and it was a gospel, it was a folk song, it was a song that people fighting for labor for labor rights would also sing and join together. And it's over 120 years old. So most of us have heard it before, unless you're really, really young. And there's nothing wrong with being really, really young, but you probably haven't heard it then. But please join with us.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. YouTube's commerce someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Everyone join me. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. The truth will set us free. The truth will set us free. The truth will set us free someday. Sing with me. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Thank you, Kendra. That was beautiful, and that is the hope someday. We not but neither we desist from doing our part in the here and the now. And the quality of life is so important. And we very often don't see the people who don't have quality in their life, who don't have the opportunities that we have had. And so that's why, we all have to say that we will overcome our shortcomings. We will overcome their shortcomings, and we will move forward. And I remember initially hearing it by Mahalia Jackson saying it, and Pete Seeger saying it. Bruce Springsteen sort of took it to a higher level when he sang it, and so each generation, has someone who champions it. And so, again, I am grateful for it. It was an inspiring piece of music when I was growing up and when I was doing more protesting. So thank you, Cantor, for that rendition. So we have the Mourner's Kaddish, and after the Mourner's Kaddish, we'll do the priestly benediction. Someone I know was studying a little bit about the priestly benediction. Elle, did you want to? I don't know if Elle was listening, but did Elle want to do something with the priestly benediction from what she has learned about it? I don't know if she is still up.
I'll do it.
Okay, good.
I'll do it. She's upstairs.
All right.
Oh, is there another part before it's her part? Do you want it now, or when would you like it?
Well, we can do the Kaddish, and then
do the Kaddish, and I'll see if she's up for it.
Okay, good.
She's tired. She didn't sleep last night.
Right.
Hopefully.
So we have the Kaddish here on the screen for all of you who would like to be able to read it. And the Kaddish is the affirmation of life. It acknowledges that life has wonderful opportunities. May we make the most of them each and every day. And whether it's sunny outside or foggy or rainy or shitty, we can make the most of the days that God has given us. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Yamadi Rakru Tevyal Chayakon V'yid Kol Beit Israel V'agalavis Man Yehesh Rabban Varach Le'olam U'mayeh Maya Yisbarach Yishtabach El Shenei Kudeshem Min Kol Berkata V'Shurata Tushbahata V'Nemata Dami Rabban Ma'avim Hey, Shlomo Rabba Mishmai V'Chayim Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael. Say Shalom B'Mrama B'Uya Say Shalom. On this Shabbat, we remember the yard site of the passing of Melvin Lasco, Leon DeRosen, and Louis Robin. Zichronam Levracha. Their memories are a blessing to their family, to their community, and we remember them. And as we remember them, may we fulfill in our own lives the blessings that they wanted us to become. Amen. Val, do we want to talk about the priestly benediction now?
1 second, Rabbi. People are sharing names. I was trying to type it as fast as I could, just so we can say the names, because we always like to do that. We have Rafik Benjamin, Ben Chaim, Eli, Elvid Bisila, Frank Dinoto, and Raful, and anyone else if you want to share a name. Of course, George Floyd. I have also, thank you, George Floyd, Anna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery. If there's any other names, just share it with us. We just, we like to open that up. And then, of course, we're going to go to our priestly benediction. So if there's no other names, all right.
Raful Benjamin Ben Chaim Eliezer Vebalia.
Mm-hmm.
I totally blew my typing.
Oh. And all the lives lost to COVID. Pretty much anyone in this world, I think we could kind of include in this right now. So, and as Rabbi you always says, Zichronam Livracha. And Doris, it's your dad's yard site, so we're adding your dad. Yeah. What's your dad's name?
Louis Robin. Louis.
Thank you, Doris. Okay. So Zichronam Livracha. Okay. Thank you for sharing, everyone. Sorry, Rabbi.
That's okay.
All right.
All right. So do we have someone to talk about the priestly benediction? Gal, you're on mute. Oh, good.
Yeah, I can do it. So the priestly benediction is it.
Now what? Hold on. Gal, hold on 1 second. There we go.
So what I learned from Rabbi last week is that the priestly benediction is a benediction that's given according to the clergy's discretion. There's no particular time when it is given. I read somewhere that Orthodox Judaism say in their morning shachrit, in their morning prayer on a daily basis. Our rabbi says it to couples who get married, and sometimes also at the end of our service. And there's a special way in which the rabbi says it, and that he asks everybody to, Rabbi, you say it because you're the rabbi.
Well, I'm going to say it and then the cantor's going to say it. But I don't know how many of you remember there used to be a TV show called Star Trek. And when Leonard Nimoy came to our temple in 1981, following our fire, I asked him about that and about the, he was a Vulcan. I think was it a Vulcan? I think a Vulcan. And I said, you came up with that symbol of going like this. I don't know if it's coming across on my screen.
I can't do it. So.
Well, that's okay. But I don't know if it's coming across when I do it. But he used that symbol. Leonard Nimoy is Jewish, as was Shatner, and they come in with things that are very holy, and very often when I do the priestly benediction at the end of a service, I'll do the priestly hand sign. But the idea was that we ask for God's blessings upon all of us. And sometimes, the blessing is not just winning the lottery. The blessings are sometimes our trials and tribulations, which causes us to grow and to learn and to evolve. Those are some of the very valuable things. Although at the time we're going through it, it's a pain in the tuchus, but we do know that we're going to get through things. And so that's what's really important for all of us, is to realize that what we're going through now, we might not understand it as part of a larger plan, but that we ask for God to help guide us. And so when I say it, I say, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Yeronai panav v'lecha v'yivnecha, Yisarnai panav v'lecha v'yasem shalom. And basically it's, may God bless you and keep you, may cause his countenance to shine upon you, to be gracious to you. May God lift up his face upon you and grant you peace. Now the cantor is going to sing it, which is much more beautiful.
It's beautiful either way. And sorry, did you say when we do it, why we do that, why we put our hands over those that we say the priestly benediction?
Yes, okay. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Other stuff.
Because theoretically, the rabbi has the priestly role, and so therefore, it's the laying of the hands is doubly significant.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You know, I'm very grateful. Gal and I got a chance to go to Minnetonka for Cantor's installation, and we met wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people there, and it's a beautiful community. The scar that is there now is not a result of the majority of the people. It's a result of of a few. And as you know, a rotten apple can spoil the whole barrel or bag of apples. And you know, we can't label, you know, Minneapolis or Minnesota as a place of terror and horror and racial abuse. And the majority of people are not like that. You know, it's like ivory snow, 99 and 44, 100%, I'm sure are wonderful. But the power of one is phenomenal, and it can change the lives of others in an instant. And we've seen that with you know, with police violence. There are also people who are violent, and so we have to bring out our best nature, and we have to be tender, we have to be loving, we have to be caring, we have to be involved in making the world a better place, part of Tikkun Olam. So I encourage you to you know, participate in some of those exercises I encourage you to do on the computer. And you know, some of you are looking for things. I'm so bored, some of the kids say. Well, do free rice, and I know that that Elle and some of her friends have done that, and they're up to, you know, many thousands of grains of rice, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, when you get 100 grains of rice, you have a heck of a pot of rice, and when it's given to people who don't have enough to eat, it's significant. And so little things like that can make a difference. And you don't have to get off your tuchus. You don't have to get out of your chair. All you have to do is reach out and touch other people, touch the world. And if it doesn't make you smile, I'm sure God, when she smiles from looking down, will be thrilled that people are doing those things as part of Tikkun Olam. So I think it's almost Hamotzi and Kiddush time, correct?
It is. It's exactly it. And this is my ongoing joke, and I'm going to keep saying it. Welcome to Oneg. You didn't have to go through any doors. You didn't have to walk anywhere. The beauty of Zoom, right? Some of our
The
pros.
beauty of Zoom, and it can be potentially very low calorie.
This too. This is very good point. We get 0 calories right now. But when Shabbat's over, I go right to the kitchen. So for me, not so much. But if it works for anyone else, then that's awesome. I saw Jan is here.
Hello, Jan.
Oh, look at that. Did you see? I didn't even look at her box. She's sitting with the wine. Okay, hold on. I'm getting my wine. I'm not trying to knock over my candles. Okay, here we go. All right, so Jan is going to lead us. Hold on, Jan. Let me make sure. Unmute. There we go. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu v'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. Shabbat kodsho ba'ahava uvratzon hinkilanu. Zikaron lamase bereshit, Ihu yom tehila lemikra kodesh, Zeker letziat mitzrayim. Ilanu bacharta, Ilanu kidashta, Mikol ha'amim. Shabbat Kodesh Ahava Uvratzon Hinkatanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
L'chaim.
And Jan will be one of the teachers we will be honoring at our congregational meeting. And Jan teaches several sections of adult Hebrew. Has also done tutoring for some of our younger children, and she's a wonderful force within our congregation. And she's been with our congregation about 40 something years, and not as long as Doris, but certainly a wonderful length of time. And we thank her very much for the love of Judaism that she transmits and exudes in our community.
And the beautiful, as I say, Lev Zahav, golden heart, gold heart. Very welcoming. She was the first person I met at TBD. So I always have a special place for all of you, but especially Jan, because it's scary being
yeah, and Jan does a lot of this teaching in memory of Kathy Ryan, who was a past president of our temple and a wonderful mentor of students, both children and adults. So we do this also in Kathy Ryan's memory.
So we have gotten to the end of the service. We are doing her hamotzi, and so I see Jan has a beautiful challah. Mine is this is what I get these days, but it's okay. So what I'm gonna ask is actually, Jan, will you put that up? And I've been doing this since I've been at TBD this almost year. Pre-COVID, maybe in my head, I thought about it. What I want everyone to do, what I ask everyone, whoever's holding the challah, I want you to touch that person's shoulder. Well, I want you to tap the square. So I'm with the, who am I with? I'm with Arlene, and then I have Rabbi over here. So I want you to tap as if we're here together, tapping on the shoulders. And what it is the transitive property that Jan is holding our challah. There we go, beautiful. Jan is holding our challah, and we are all touching it by transitive property. So, Jan, would you like to lead us as well in this? Or Hadassah?
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We thank for God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said.
Everyone.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avot.
Amen. So that's it. Look, we still have people coming and joining us. So that's the end of our
My daughter Billy, by the way. She doesn't have a chair. She's sitting on the floor. I like the floor.
We know you. So that's the end of the service. I want to say thank you so much to Rabbi, to everyone that joined us, to everyone that did prayers today, to Gal for sharing words about priestly benediction, and to Sydney, our bat mitzvah girl, who helped light our candles, and anyone, and us as well, Cantor Richard Schwartz. It was lovely having you here. We hope to see you again, and wishing you all stay safe, stay healthy, and protest safely. And Shabbat Shalom. And then
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. And feel free to stay around and schmooze, but don't eat too much challah.
Oh yeah, take my piece of challah. All right. You know what's funny? I could do
tomorrow.
There it is. Haha. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Oh, tomorrow at 7. We started Havdalah last week. Yay! So tomorrow at 7, join Rabbi and I for Havdalah. You don't have a set, it's okay. We do an educational quick, 20-minute Rabbi? About 20 minutes
Yes.
service. Short, sweet, to the point, and it's our way of officially ending Shabbat and beginning our week. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and hope to see you tomorrow. The link will be on TBD's website. Guess what? It's this link. All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Bye. Bye, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Thank you, Ken.
Bye.
Thank you.